Hey, how's it going, guys? It's me again, back with another beta electrical problem video. Um, you guys seem to like the videos. I think they're more helpful too than just explaining everything into words. I just want to say another quick thanks to everybody who's helped me out so far with the battery draw. I think I got that figured out. I'm pretty sure it's the fan switch. I got a new capacitor installed, and I actually measured resistance using my multimeter across those two terminals right there, and I was getting about 115 ohms, which, if I understand correctly, means that there's an available path for current flow through that switch, which I don't think there's supposed to be, because I did the same test on my orange bike over there on that fan switch, which works exactly the same, and I got 0. So I think that's the problem for the battery draw. I'm still waiting on a new one. But hopefully I can get that soon and actually find out if that's the problem or not. But anyway, the point of this video is my third and hopefully final electrical problem with this bike, and that is the charging system. I don't think it's working correctly. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. So what I did was I used the beta electrical or oil injection and electrical troubleshooting guide, which I forget exactly what your username is, but thank you for sending me that. You know who you are. So it has two tests right here: regulator voltage test and battery charging voltage test. So the regulator voltage test, it says, let's see. Okay, yeah, so regulator voltage test, you're supposed to measure the voltage at the red wire on the voltage regulator while the bike is running. Now, I don't even see how that's possible because, let's see. You got the voltage regulator right there. The red wire is in the back right there. It's kind of hard to see against the frame, but I don't know how you'd measure the voltage against that without disconnecting the regulator, which kind of defeats the whole purpose, like the whole point. So if anybody knows how I can test that without either cutting the wire, which I'm not going to do, or, I mean, you can't disconnect it. So I don't know, but if anybody knows that, let me know. But so instead of that test, I did the battery charging voltage test, which is kind of the same deal. Instead, you measure the voltage at the, this is the starter relay right here. You measure the voltage at this wire right here, which you can't really even see in the video. Right there, it's the top right wire. It's gray and black. Assuming that's the feed to the battery from the voltage regulator, and as well as like the whole DC power side, because everything that's powered off the battery comes from gray and black, which comes from here. So anyway, it says to check the voltage, you should have 13.5 volts in minimum. Check the regulator harness diode group, which I don't have a diode group because this is 2015, but you should have 13.5. So when I did the test originally, I measured high 14s, like 14.8, 14.9, all the way to like low 15s, like 15.1 was the highest I saw at that power cable right there, that gray and black wire, which I don't know if that's too high. I was getting the same readings on the battery itself. I feel like that's too high, but I mean, it would indicate that the battery would be charging. But then the weird thing is, I did the test, like I repeated the exact same test like 5 minutes later, and I was getting like 12.7 on the battery and the cable right here. You know, I'd rev the bike up, change the RPM, see if it would change, and it was pretty much just staying like below 13 the second time I did the test. So I'm assuming it's probably the voltage regulator. I don't know though. I've read and heard that the voltage regulators on these bikes are not great. So, yeah, if anybody knows how I can do like more further testing or what the potential problem is, any input, as always, is greatly appreciated. And thank you in advance to anybody who happens to watch this video. Bye.